heat their homes. And then we wonder why we've got crime going through the roof. People being mugged, people's homes being robbed, people's property being stolen. Why? I'm not condoning the behaviour, but you have to look at it. If they had enough money, maybe they wouldn't be robbing. So we have to look at that as well. But again, over there, your MPs sit and make decisions based on doing work for you. They, over there, work for you. Are they working for you? Not from what I'm seeing. And yet when they want your vote, they knock on your door and they say to you, can we depend on your vote? We will give you this, we will do this, we will make promises. But what happens with those promises? Not a lot happens. But they still get their 70, 80, 90,000 pound a year. Is there a code of silence from within that building? I suspect there is. Andrew Bridgen, love him or hate him, he spoke out in there. What happened? He was expelled from the Conservative Party because he spoke out. So there's a warning there for any MP that goes in there. If you speak out, you're getting kicked out. And that, again, is censorship. An MP goes in that building to speak on behalf of his constituents. If he's not speaking on behalf of his constituents, who is he working for? Is he working for us, or is he working for that building? I suspect, and I suggest, he's working for that building and the corporations that control it. When we look at the migrant crisis, who is coming in on the boats? Tell me, who is coming in on the boats? Are they all genuine? Have a look at the next time you see the national news. Have a look at the boat. How many women do you see getting off of those boats? How many children do you see getting off of those boats? I have not seen one woman or child come off those boats. I have heard that women and children have died crossing over. I've heard that, but again we haven't seen it. But what we have seen is young men, not old men, young men coming over by the hundreds and thousands on the boats. No question, no monitoring, we don't know who they are. That is a great concern for the people of this country. Are people welcome here? Yes, of course they're welcome here. If they come here and they work and they embrace the culture of this country. There's a problem when you have people coming into this country saying, I want your country to change. Your country has to change to suit me. No. My father came here on the Windrush in the 50s. He embraced this country, he embraced the culture of this country, and in fact, and it's a bit of a joke, but I was brought up on bangers and mash. Not curried goat or smoked chicken, I was brought up on bangers and mash and fish and chips, because my dad embraced this country. He loved this country. He ran his own business, he employed people in this country. He put in, he paid in. So we have to look at who's coming in, and what is the agenda. Why are them in that building not saying anything? When we're asking the question, who are these people coming over? We need to ask the question. It's no good just watching the news and seeing young men coming over in their droves and not asking the question. So we look at censorship. What happens when you ask a question? What happens when you challenge the narrative? You're silenced. That silence started on social media, but now it's spreading out into the street, where people will go out with banners like my colleague here's got, and he will be silenced. What happens is when he's silenced, he has to go away. If he doesn't, yes, my friend, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Hands on impulse, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Just like Jesus, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which Palestinian knows what?
Absolutely, my friend, absolutely.
Palestinians knows what with long hair and white.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we have to ask the question, why? Why are they here? Are they here for genuine reasons? hopefully, but we don't know. We cannot take that risk. Not when we've got the next generation coming through. We are adults and we speak on behalf of the children. I don't want to see my grandchildren say to me, "Grandad, why didn't you say something? You had a good life, Grandad, but I haven't got a good life. I don't have a good life because you didn't say anything, Grandad. You didn't speak." Oh yeah, but the reason I didn't speak is I didn't want to cause trouble, so I went along with it. No, we can't go along with something if we're not comfortable with it. Let me tell you a quick story. July, 4th of July, I stood in the general election. I stood to stand to be an MP. At 66 years old, I stood to be an MP. Why? Because I wanted to make the right changes for the people of this country, the young people of this country. Did I get in? No, I didn't. Why not? Because I told the truth. When people asked me what our policies were, I told them. They didn't like it. But yet, when you ask Labour what their policies were, did they tell you that what is going to happen is they're going to take away the winter fuel payments for the elderly people? No, they didn't. They told us that they're going to make Britain great again. We also have two-tier policing. Two-tier policing. What might happen is if you have somebody like me speaking out and being verbally aggressive, I might get away with it. Why might I get away with it? Well, I'll tell you what, have a look.